So the conflict will always be there. How we are going to handle the conflict? Okay, so the communication in the, so you mean first thing is, whenever there is a conflict, we are not the best, because whenever you may have experienced it in your life, whenever you get conflict, you get frustrated, you start getting frustrated, right? You get excited that why other person is not able to understand. I am able to understand my policy, right? This is my policy, so I understand it. But why other person is not able to understand? So you always get excited as why is he so stupid? But that is the point. That is something you should not be doing. Okay, you cannot expect everybody else to be on the same level as you are, because you are doing it on a daily basis. You read your policy, you live your policy, you make your policy, right? So sometimes it's very easy for us to fall down into the trap and follow and push our expectations on the team. Sometimes like we are the bosses, right? Sometimes I'm CEO. So I have achieved certain level, or I have certain skills, or I have certain speed of understanding. When I communicate the same things to my staff, they are not able to catch up in the same manner. So sometimes I get also frustrated. I say, why they are not able to understand this simple thing? But then I realize one thing. If they are also able to understand, I wouldn't be sitting here. Right? I am sitting here because I have those skills. The other people may not have the same skills. So they may not be able to understand what we are actually communicating. Right? So our job is to make sure they understand. We need to train them, correct? So that is employees. But how we handle the conflict once there is a conflict? There are ways to prevent conflict, like training, proper communication, check back, feedback, and clarify the understanding. So those are preventive measures of conflict that will help to reduce the conflict. But what happens when there is a conflict? There still be conflict. You may still not be able to agree on each other, even though you may be married for 20 years or 15 years, 10 years. I live with my wife. I know her day in, day out, but I still have conflict with her. We still fight on each other, right? Why we still fight on each other? Because we have different background, different understanding. Even though we live for 10 years or 15 years together, we are still not able to actually agree on everything. Some things just come up, and since her upbringing is different, my upbringing is different, she have certain things that she, as per her character, so that is a different case. For example, if let's say there is our relatives are doing something, I tend to not care. I don't care what they are doing. They are doing good or they are doing bad. Her character is, no, why you are doing bad, why you are doing it in the wrong way. She interferes in other people's matter. My matter is, I don't interfere. I don't care. You die or you live. It's not my problem. But her problem is there. She care for others. Yeah, she care for her brother, sister. I don't care. So when I see her interfering in their life, I say, why you care? They are my brother. They are my, even though we are fighting each other. She fight with her brother, but she like to fight it. And my is, if I fight with you one time, I'm done. For me, it's finished already. For her, it's not finished. Today she fight, tomorrow she love, and then again fight tomorrow again. So that is her character. But I cannot live with, even though I'm living with her, I don't still accept. We still fight. Why you are doing this, and why she say, why you don't care. So we still fight, but we still live together, right? Because we get over the conflict. We say, okay, never mind. This is for today only. We fight, and then after that, finish. No more fighting on this. So how we handle the communication? So we need to be separate the matter from the person, right? Because we never combine the people with the problem. Okay, the problem is different. The person is different. We never get conflict. We should not get, especially in the business. Okay, we shouldn't get conflict with the person itself or the business itself. We should be conflict with their policies or with their activities, what they are doing, not with the partner itself. So if you say you are having a problem with your partner, instead of cutting the relationship, you should see what they are doing. Not that the lawyer is not doing it, right? They are different people. So business and the person itself is different. So you need to separate the peoples and the conflict itself, the activity what they are doing. Okay, then you need to make sure that you are not doing a personal attack on the peoples. Don't say that why you are so stupid that you don't understand it. That is a personal attack, right? Instead of that, you can say, okay, let us see what is the problem. Why is it not clear to you? What is not clear to you, right? And how we can make it clearer, especially on the policies, on the formats. As you said, you want them to come down and discuss and train and visit them, right? So you are not trying to do a personal attack on anyone. You are trying to fix what doesn't work in the situation. Okay, so instead of you need to say something, I want to talk about your work, not about you. Correct? I have conflict with my operation manager every day. Every single day, whatever he does, I have a problem. And whatever I ask, he has a problem. Whatever I ask, he has a problem. That why Mr. Manish is asking, why he don't trust me? But it's my job to ask, right? My job is to make sure what he does is right. So that is my job, and his job is to do what I am saying. So sometimes I don't agree with him, sometimes he don't agree with me, but we still have to work together. Doesn't mean that I don't agree with him, so I fire him tomorrow. I told him we may not agree, but we still work each other. We still work. I respect you as a person. I may not respect your work, but I may respect you as a person. So person is different from their work. So you need to identify the exact problem with their behavior, not with them, not them, right? So not personal. So if I want to talk, if I'm not happy with him, I will say, let us talk about this situation, right? Not let us talk, come, why you do this, why you do that. That's not the right way of managing the conflict. You are aggravating the conflict, you are increasing the level of conflict, right? Or when this happens, it affects my work in another way. So you need to say that, okay, this because, like for example, you are supplier, right? Or you are partners. So instead of saying them, you can tell them, if you are not, let us know what will happen to our problem. So you can tell them your problem as well, right? What is the problem you are facing because of the others, correct? Because of the others' inactivity or others not able to do what you are doing. So you can say, I'm wasting a lot of time in exchange. My deadlines are being missed, correct? So that is the way you handle the conflict. Okay, so the very important thing, the first thing is in managing the conflict is positive intent.